Okay, so on this one, we're going to simplify this. We bring it down here, so it's 2. And we have the square root, the cube root. We have a 3 in the hook there. Like that. Okay, so what are we going to do? How do we do it? Well, first off, we need to break everything down. So let's just do the little factor tree thing. What times what is 64? Just use your calculator. If you're not sure, just take 64. You know, if you're looking at that going, I don't remember it, I don't remember my times, so that's fine. Just divide by 4 or 8 or whatever you want. You might remember it's 8 times 8. If you divide by 4, you'll get 16. You can start with 4 and 16. That's fine. And then just keep breaking it. It doesn't matter. Just use your calculator, divide. You'll find what works. So, and then keep going. What times what is 8? 2 times 4. 2 times 4, right? And now the 2's are done. They can't break down anymore, right? They would just be 1 times 2, and that's not smaller. That's just using the 2 again. Okay, but the 4 can break down 2 times 2, and they're done. 4 can break down 2 times. So see how I underline everything that's reached ground? They can't go down any further. Prime numbers, they call them. So what does that mean then? Let's write this out really carefully. So now we have the cube root. And how many 2's we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So be careful with your breakdown. Don't drop the ball anywhere. Make sure you've got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then x squared is 2x. I just did the x squared. 2x is right here, right? So I just broke everything down inside of that square root. And now, what does that 3 do? What is that 3 saying to do? You're shopping at Target and things are on sale. 3 for 1, right? Whatever's in the hook is the deal. So this is a 3 for 1 deal. What does that mean? 3 2's inside, sends 1 2 outside, and they're out of the store. And what is that 2 going to do on the outside? It's going to do exactly what it was doing on the inside. What was it doing on the inside? Multiply. So it's going to multiply this 2 and this 2. They're going to make 4, but wait a minute, there's another one coming out, huh? These 3 send out another one, and they're out of the store. So these guys are all going to times. That's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 outside 8, right? They're not adding. It's not 6. They're multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. They multiply on the outside just like they were multiplying on the inside, right? And then, okay, what's left on the inside? Well, these 2x's can't come out, so we just turn them back into x squared. Because there wasn't 3 of them, right? You got to have 3 of them. If there had been a third x, then I would have circled them and sent out an x, and the root would have vanished because there would have been nothing left in the root. There'd be no more root. That happens sometimes. But that didn't happen this time. There was not a third x. There was only 2. So they had to stay inside, and that's my final answer. That making sense? So if there's numbers left over inside or letters, they just stay inside if there's not 3 of them. If there's 3, ship 1 out. You have a different version? Just tell me the whole thing. What is it? 256x to the third. And what's in the hook of 3? 4. Oh, 4. Interesting. All right, yeah, good one. Let's do that one. I like it. And let's do it. All right, so yeah, let's do this one. Here's a good one. So what are we going to do? We're going to break down that 256. Just shoot. Now, I know you don't know the times tables of 256 in your head. Just take 256 and just divide by 2 for example. You know 2 goes in, right? Ends with a 6. That'll be 128. You go, okay, it's 2 times 128. That makes sense? And then just take the 128 and go, I don't know about that either. I'm going to divide by 2. You get 64. Just use your calculator. Just divide by 2 if you don't know anything else, or 3. Just write 2 or 3. See what I'm doing there? I just divided by 2, got 128. Divided by 2 again, got 64. At this point, you might know 8 times 8. If not, just divide by 2 again. And then just keep going. This is 2 times 4. That 2's done. This is 2 times 2. This is the same thing over here. 2 times 4. Whoop. And then 2 times 2. Okay, so I broke that 256 all the way down. So let me bring it over here now. So this is going to equal negative 4. And we're going to have the 4th root of, now, how many 2's do we have in here? 1. Now, don't miss even 1. That's the common mistake. Most people will accidentally drop 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See how I carefully underlined them? So I made sure I didn't miss 1. If you don't underline them, you're not trying to be careful, something bad will happen. Be careful. There's a way to make yourself more careful. So 8 2's, huh? And if this was on the exam and you really wanted to make sure you get it right and your grade was on the line, you could take your calculator and multiply 2 times itself 8 times to make sure it does indeed go back to be 256. You could be sure. And then x cubed is 3x's, right? I just did that. X cubed is 3x's. So there we go. So I've got the whole inside now. The 256 is 8 2's and x cubed is 3x's. Now, what happens from here? Well, the 4 in the hook right here tells us that it's a 4 for 1 deal. Right? It's like you're shopping at Target, things are on sale 4 for 1. So here we go. 4 2's inside, 1 2 outside, and they're out of the store. 4 more 2's inside, another 2 outside, and they're out of the store. Can the x's come out? No, there's only 3 of them. If there was 4 of them, then I would circle them also and send out an x, but there's not 4 of them, there's only 3. So what's going to happen on the outside? These guys are going to multiply. We're going to have negative 4 times 2 times 2, which is negative 16, I think, right? Yeah, on the outside. And then what's left on the inside? This is the 4th root. Don't forget the 4 in the hook. You got to put that 4 back in the hook. X to the 3rd, huh? Because there's 3 x's left on the inside on that. Different version?
No, I was thinking that I put that exact answer on.
So it's got to look like that.
Yeah.
As far as I know, let me see the thing here. I'll do the I'll try the actual mechanism here. And this is number 5 right here. Okay. In fact, I can probably just let me get it up right here. It'd be easier. That's not number 5. What numbers is this? Is number 6. Here it is, number 6. Yeah. So, and the answer is -9. Yeah. So you got to type it in. Let me show. So -9, and then you got to hit this root with the n in the corner. See that root with the n in the corner? Not this root, but the root with the n in the corner. And so then up here you can put the 5 or the whatever, and down here x, and then to the power 3. See how I type that in and submit, and it's happy. So there's what we have to do on that one.